Hi, my curious learners. So, once again, we are back at your own favorite platform, Learn Forward, with your maths book, Maths Concepts and Skills for Grade 5 by Feathercap, and your maths buddy Mini here. Today, we'll be continuing chapter 9 of your book, Time and Temperature, in which in the previous session we have already learned about time, conversions, then elapsed time. Do you remember? So now we are going to learn about temperature. What is temperature? You already know. Have you seen, check the temperature today? It was 13 degrees centigrade today in the morning. Too chill. So what do you have to say about your normal body temperature? Do you know what is that? So let's learn about temperature today. See, we have a Let's Connect exercise for you. Visit a supermarket near you. Search for the following items, read their packing and expiry dates, and calculate for what duration they stay fresh and fit to be consumed. So, it is a recall of what we have learned about time. Dry cake, you'll just see, then bread, potato chips, and juice, and see which one perishes faster, right? Find what happens when you eat expired food. Don't try eating them, don't experiment. You can just search net or you can talk to your elders in the family. Now let's come to temperature. Temperature is a measure to know how cool or how hot something is, right? It is measured using an instrument which is called a thermometer. You would have all seen digital thermometers or a simple thermometer, clinical thermometer at your home. So we have thermometer to measure temperature, and we have two different scales to measure temperature. One is called the Celsius scale. This is also called the centigrade. Celsius is also called centigrade, and the other is F, which is called the Fahrenheit scale, right? Normally we measure body temperature in Fahrenheit, and all others, like for the hotter ones we use Celsius, or for water, for temperature like that we use Celsius. Now, what is our normal body temperature? This is 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Not Fahrenheit, this is 37 degrees centigrade, and the normal body temperature in Fahrenheit is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius, it is 37 degrees Celsius, which is the same. It is equal to 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, children. So, here we have a comparison. This is the Celsius scale and this is the Fahrenheit scale. So, what we have at 0 degrees centigrade is the same as 32 degrees in Fahrenheit. And when we talk about our body temperature, this is 37 degrees in centigrade or 98.6 degrees in Fahrenheit. Then we go above this and we have 100 degrees centigrade, which is the same as 212 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the temperature at which water starts boiling, right? So these are the three main temperatures that you must know. 0 degrees is the freezing point, 0 degrees in centigrade, which is the same as 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Then comes the human body temperature, which is 37 degrees centigrade or 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we have 100 degrees centigrade as the boiling water temperature, which is the same as 212 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So we have temperature in both these scales. Now we have the clinical thermometer. Most of you would have seen this now. This is called the digital thermometer, on which you get the temperature reading on the screen displayed, just like you have your digital watches. It is marked in degree centigrade or degree Fahrenheit, and the range of temperature of this clinical thermometer is from 32 degrees centigrade up to only 42 degrees centigrade, for just 10 degrees centigrade. But if you compare that in Fahrenheit, it starts from 95 degrees Fahrenheit and it goes up to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is the range of your clinical thermometer. Now, we have already learnt about the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, or it is also 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it crosses this, we say that we have fever. So depending on how high the thermometer reading is going, the scale is showing, we have higher fever. Okay, so let's all have a healthy body and keep the temperature of our body maintained. Now here's an exercise for you. Fill in the blanks. The instrument used to measure temperature, what is it called? It's called thermometer. The freezing point of water, what is it? 0 degrees, it is in Celsius, and 32 degrees in Fahrenheit. When you talk about the boiling water, it is 100 degrees in Celsius and 212 degrees in Fahrenheit. And the normal temperature of a human being is 37 degrees in Celsius. What is it in Fahrenheit? Can you tell? This is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit also, right? This is 37 degrees in Celsius. 32 is 0 degrees. 37 degrees Celsius, right? Which is the same as 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit also. Now coming to two scales on the thermometer, what are the two scales we have learned? One is the Celsius, which is also called centigrade, yes, and the other one is the Fahrenheit scale. So these are the two scales we must know. Now you have another question here where you see this temperature red mark is showing you how much is the temperature. So look at the given thermometers and write down the temperature they show. This is the temperature on a very cold day. So what do you see between two numbers 0 to 10? How many markings are there? Come on, check in your books. Total 5 markings are there. That means from 0 to 10, each small mark shows how many degrees? 2 degrees. So what is the temperature shown by this? Exactly 10 degrees centigrade, because the temperature is shown on a very cold day. This is, how much is it? Just a step behind 20 degrees. So it means it is 18 degrees centigrade, and this is the temperature on a cold day. This is how much? It's crossing the third level. So it is showing 26. That is, it is a pleasant day. Coming to next, what do you see here? Yes, it is 2 steps above 30. So it is 34 days, which is on a very warm day. And then we have hot days also, where the temperature has crossed 40 and it has reached 42, perfect reading. So it is 42 degrees centigrade, and this is the temperature on a very hot day. Now we have hots here. Take a glass of water at room temperature. Note the temperature of that water. Now keep that glass of water in the sun for 1 hour and then check the temperature. What do you think will happen? The water will become slightly warm, right? And if it is too hot, a sunny day, then it might be a little more hotter. So you have to check the temperature of the water again. Has the temperature increased or decreased? Of course, increased because of the heat of sun. Why do you think this has happened? Replied that also. So you have to do this activity and have fun. The other way, what you can do is you can take a glass, measure the temperature of water in it, then keep it in fridge for some time. And from there, when you take out after an hour, measure the temperature again, and now you check out, has it increased or decreased? And then you have to tell me your observation and reading, why has it increased or decreased? So I changed the topic for you, as I have already given answers to this. So let it be another hot exercise for you. Moving ahead, we have conversion of scales. Just like we have conversion in units, in temperature also we have conversion of scales. So we have learnt about two scales, the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. How do we convert? We have a formula for that also. If you have been given temperature in Fahrenheit, what do we do? Fahrenheit is this, if you have the temperature in Celsius and you have to change it into Fahrenheit, what you will do is Celsius multiplied by 9 divided by 5 and then add 32 to it. So this is degrees C, whatever temperature is given, into 9 by 5 plus 32. But if you have the temperature in Fahrenheit, you have to convert it into Celsius. What you have to do? First, you will subtract 32 from that Fahrenheit temperature, then divide it by 9 and multiply it by 5. So, this gives you F, degrees F minus 32 by 9 times 5. If you learn any one of them, you can get the other. See how? F is already here. So, you take 32 there on the other side. Plus becomes minus. So, we have F minus 32. Now, this 5 from division goes into multiplication and this multiplied by 9 goes into division. So, you get it that way. Okay. So, you can learn any one, or if you feel comfortable, just learn both of them. Your choice. Now, let's see how do we convert the two scales using these formulas. Convert 122 degrees F into Celsius scale. So, now you know F, you have to find out C. So, we will work on this formula. So, C is equal to F minus 32. That means 122 minus 32 we will be doing first. So, what you get is 90. Then 90 divided by 9 gives you 90 divided by 9 gives you 10, and 10 multiplied by 5 gives you 50. So, this will be your temperature in Celsius or centigrade. So simple. So, go step by step. Now, convert 50 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit scale. That means we will be using this formula. So, starting from Celsius, we will first multiply by 9. So, 50 times 9 is 450. Now, divided by 5, what do you get is 90. 90 plus 32 gives you 122. So, we are back on the same answer. That means we have just interchanged them. Okay. So, just use this formula and do the conversions. Convert the following into Fahrenheit scale. Now, I think you should be able to do. Again, convert the following into Celsius. Use this formula and do them. Match the following by coloring the boxes alike. Now, here 212, there are a few temperatures that we already know. 212 degrees Fahrenheit is the same as 100 degrees centigrade. 37 degrees Fahrenheit is the normal human body temperature, which is 98.6. And the rest 3 are the conversions, which are not the standard ones. So, you can just convert and match them. Move ahead now. This is think more. Let us study our city. So, time to explore something again. What's the name of your city? You'll write here. Average temperature of your city or town. And then in spring, you will be writing it differently. Summer, autumn and winter. So, for all these 4 seasons, you will be writing the average temperature of your city yourself. Describe the climatic conditions of your city. How is the climate there? And what extreme temperatures have you seen in your city or town? May it be the highest in summers or the lowest in winters. So, you have to write those extreme temperatures here. So, I am sure you will love to explore your own city regarding the temperature and weather. Moving ahead, we have chapter at a glance, what we have learned in the session till now. So, converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit, what do we do? Multiply. For smaller to bigger, what do we do? Exactly, divide. Now, elapsed time is finishing time minus starting time, whereas finishing time can be found out by finishing time minus starting time is the duration. So, actually these two mean the same. Now, temperature, what is it? It is the measurement to see how cold or how hot anything is, an object is. Temperature is measured commonly in 2 scales. One is the Celsius or the centigrade scale and the other is the Fahrenheit scale. Digital thermometer is used to show the human body temperature. And then for conversions, we have this formula. To convert Celsius into Fahrenheit, we use Celsius into 9 by 5 plus 32. And how do you find out when you know Fahrenheit? To get the temperature in Celsius, we do F minus 32 divided by 9 times 5. Right? So, these are the formulas for conversions. Now, competency based questions for you. In which form does the 24-hour clock show time? Is it hands of the clock, digital, both A and B, or none of the above? It is just digital. Next, body temperature can be measured by using what? Thermometer, weighing scale, measuring tape, or none of these? Thermometer, of course. So A is the correct option. Now tick the correct option again. How many hours are there in a day? Very easy. I know you can answer. A man started work at 10:50 a.m. and he finished by 10:50 p.m. So what do you think is the duration? Good, that is 12 hours. Perfect. Next, water boils at this temperature. Is it 40 degrees C, 45, 100 or 90 degrees Celsius? On a very cold day, the temperature could be what? 45 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees or 5 degrees? Yes, 5 degrees. All these are higher temperatures. On a very hot day, the temperature could be exactly 46 degrees Celsius. Now, subjective type questions for you. Shravan drove 2 hours 45 minutes from Meerut to Delhi and 1 hour 55 minutes from Delhi to Gurugram. How much time did he take from Meerut to Gurugram? So, you have two pieces, just add them up. Sameer goes for a job in a restaurant. The owner had some unique questions for Sameer. Help Sameer answer the questions. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This everybody knows. If boiling hot soup is served in the restaurant, what will be the temperature of the soup? So what do you think? Water boils at 100 degrees. The consistency, the density is lighter and the soup is thicker. So if that is boiling, what do you think? Will the temperature be more or less or same? It will be more, children. Water turns into ice at 0 degrees Celsius. At what temperature is ice cream made? So it is somehow less than, because ice cream gets frozen at 0 degrees. If you would have seen on the on your refrigerators, now you have the temperature there. So what is the temperature you maintain for your freezers? That is in negative. So it is less than 0 degrees Celsius. Shravan completed his course of study on 24th March 2022. Today is 9th September 2022. How many days has it been since he completed his course? So what will you do here? The finishing time minus starting time. So let's see, for 24th March 2022, how many days in March were there? 31. So from 24 to 31, how many days? Subtract and get your answer. I told you, if you have to check, if you have to consider 24 also, count 24 also, then 31 minus 24 plus 1, which will give you 8 days here. Then in April, how many days are there? 30. And in May, 31. He is there till September 9th. Okay. Then June, 30. July, 31. August, again 31. And he is there till 9th September. That means only 9 more days of September. So you will add them all and get the answer. Next, Adil has an office meeting in Kolkata. He needs to reach Kolkata from Delhi in 48 hours. The options that he can use to travel are air, train and road. Air travel is expensive, so he cannot use that. Now he is left with the other two modes, that is whether he can travel by train or by car. With the help of a grown-up or by using internet, find out which mode will be the best for him and in how much time Adil will reach Kolkata if he uses this mode of transport. So let's have a discussion in family with the elders and explore it. Now let's connect. We have an integration activity for you. Different instruments are designed to calculate the size, quantity and temperature of various objects. Weighing balance, measuring cylinder, ruler, thermometer are few such instruments used in our day-to-day lives. Thermometer is the instrument that is used to measure temperature. On a summer day, Raghu used a thermometer and noted that the room temperature dropped. Dropped means it decreased by 4 degrees when he opened the windows. What was the room temperature when the windows were shut? If the room temperature is 32 degrees Celsius now. So after dropping of temperature by 4 degrees when he opened the windows, the temperature is 32. What do you think the temperature was when he was sitting with the windows closed? Was that more? Yes. How much more? Same 4 degrees. So for more, what do we do? Add. So 32 plus 4 gives you 36 degrees. That was the temperature when the windows were shut. So see, this is the importance, the use, the benefits of having windows, right? A doctor used a thermometer to check the temperature of patient A. The reading showed 106 degrees centigrade. While for this is Fahrenheit, children. While for patient B, the reading showed 5 degrees less than what it showed for patient A. So when it is showed less, that means it will be subtracted. So what is the body temperature of patient B? 106 minus 1, this is 5. So this is equal to 101 degrees Fahrenheit, please. The body temperature is in Fahrenheit. Now think more activity for you. Take a thermometer that can measure room temperature. For 1 week, you have to write down the temperature at different time. 8 a.m., 12 noon, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. So you can make a chart like this for different time and you have to do it for 1 week. And how much does, you have to also say what is the minimum and maximum temperature every day and then how much does the temperature vary each day also. So you can make 2 more columns for minimum maximum or you can highlight the minimum and maximum with 2 different highlighters. Okay, and then you have to see how much is the variation on each day. Now record the data and complete the table. Now let's think exercise. Sumant spent 30 minutes doing physical training in school and 1 hour 45 minutes playing cricket in the evening. That's a good physical exercise. How much time did he spend in these 2 activities? So do you think doing exercise, playing outside is good for health? Yes, that is really very good. You children are used to playing on mobiles or sitting before TV and laptop. That is actually not good, children. So do lots of exercise. Go and play outside if you have time. Otherwise, just do some physical exercise at home. But stop sitting in front of TVs and laptops and stop playing games on the mobiles. Now, another fun activity for you. You have a maths lab activity to go with your maths teacher and to have fun with your friends in your maths lab. Let's do this and enjoy learning more about thermometer and temperature. So I'm sure you enjoyed learning temperature, a new topic for you today, and you'll be exploring more things ahead. Till then, happy learning, children.